What's up, guys? My name is Aaron, if you don't know. For those who do know me, I was the ACR YCI, one of the leaders last year when I was a senior. Now I'm graduated, obviously. I'm at Western Carolina University. And so unfortunately I couldn't be with you guys today. I had some work conflicts this week, so I'm just gonna come through a different way and tell you guys a little bit what's been on my heart for you guys lately, now that I'm in college for a little bit, for a few weeks. So I wanna kind of open up with a few questions and see kind of what you guys are feeling about that. So what idols are you guys creating and who is shaping your idols? And then another thing is, what are you trying to create for yourself? And I know in high school for me, I found myself chasing a bunch of things, chasing success, happiness, popularity, to be known, to be loved, just a general sense of like acceptance and just pride myself. And I found that often my friends or my teachers or my parents, my peers, etc., were up shaping those idols that I had. There was something that was kind of created inside me, and then I trying to fulfill that for my own desires. But the Lord says that anything that's not the Lord is the enemy. And so I found a lot of those idols, as I've felt how they didn't succeed me, were of the enemy. And they weren't fulfilling. And we're going to be in Habakkuk 2 today. I know a very odd book to be in, but Habakkuk 2 verse 4 says, "See, the enemy is puffed up." And I think that can really correlate a lot with our idols and with a lot of these things that we're chasing in high school, popularity, happiness, or success, that they seem on the outside they're really, really good, but in the inside they're not very fulfilling. It's kind of like a marshmallow. On the outside it looks, oh, it's made delicious, but on the inside it's just like air, and it's just like not fulfilling at all. And it says that, like I said, it seems great on the outside, but really it leaves you arrogant and never at rest, as it goes on to say in verse 5. Indeed, wine betrays him, or we can say idols betrays him. They become arrogant and never at rest, because he is as greedy as the grave, and like death is never satisfied. So it took me a long time to realize that these idols that I was having in high school, they weren't satisfying me, because I was always wanting more and more and more. I might reach this glass ceiling, I'm like, oh, let's create a new glass ceiling, and I want to continue to chase it. But I'm leaving unsatisfied because the enemy is puffed up, and therefore I'm never at rest. I'm always looking for more. I'm greedy, looking for something to fulfill me. And I just want to let you guys know that like these idols that you're trying to chase, like success and happiness and grades, I know it's a big stressor, especially if you're a senior. It's like in just college in general, it's like, don't let that become the idol in your life where you don't become satisfied with anything else. And then furthermore to say in verse 15, it says, woe to him who gives drink to his neighbors, pouring it from the wineskin till they are drunk, so that he can gaze on their naked bodies. You will be filled with shame instead of glory. Like I mentioned earlier, we can kind of replace wine with our idols, or the things we're chasing. And it says that as we continue to chase it and try and fulfill us, we're going to be filled with shame, and you're going to just become exposed. And so right there, God says, stop chasing these idols, stop chasing these things you're saying. And I guess for me, this message just want to cover about check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I know that's very cliche saying, but I think that's a great way to encompass it. And so with that, I want to say for you guys to own your faith right now. I know it's like, oh, I'm in high school, I can't really do much, or I'll wait till college or whatever. You have to own your faith right now. And for me, who's been in college for a few weeks, the world gets so real. It's, once you get into college, you don't have your parents on you. You have way more time to do things. And for some of these seniors in high schools or juniors, or who people are working, trying to get good grades and stuff, if I just have more time to do things. I'm in college now and I have a lot more time, and it often leads to more laziness because you're oh, I'll just relax. And so you need to disciple yourself now. You need to create habits now, because if you don't, it's gonna reflect in college, and your faith is not gonna be, it's gonna be inactive instead of reactive. And that's what I'm saying. You need to own your faith now. And once you get to college, you're gonna try and make your own decisions. You're gonna try and branch out. You're gonna try and experiment new things. It's kind of like a new me. Once you get to college, it's like a new you, new me. I know, kind of cliche, but once you get to this time in your life, it's very soon, seniors. For those, maybe freshmen and sophomores, maybe a little bit farther away, but that doesn't take away the fact that you're gonna start these habits now. You own your faith now. Once you get to college, it's too late by then. By then, you have so many temptations, so much different directions that you might want to take. And I'm not even saying all these temptations being drugs, alcohol. It could just be a lack of care for the world, lack of care to just live out his name once you get to this time of college. all those things that you're trying to chase are going to continue to be, you're going to continue to chase once you college, and you're going to be reminded and reminded over and over again that you're going to leave unsatisfied, and all you're going to do is feel exposed. And for those that are in this room right now, like, you know what satisfies you. Like, you've experienced Jesus, and you know that's all you can ever be fulfilled with. And if you think that following Jesus is hard now in high school, and it is, because I've been there before, like, just wait. And that's not to scare you or anything, it's to prepare you for the actual real world, where it's like you have to be the one that makes decisions. It's not your parents, all right, let's go to church on Sunday, or you should probably go to church on Wednesday. Like, that's not anything that's happening in college. That you are making the choices for your time that you have. And if you don't know your faith now, that will show up in the decisions that you make. That will often lead to you being greedy, exposed, shameful, living unsatisfied, because the enemy is puffed up, like I said, and it's going to make it seem like all these different things of the world are going to satisfy, but they really aren't going to. And so, you might be asking, how do I own my faith? Like, what does that look like? And I broke it down in 3 steps because, 3 is a good number. So the first step in owning your faith is embracing discipline to get into the Word, being full-fledged into the Word. This is something that God has given to us to instruct us on how to live and instruct us on how to pray, how to view God, how to see God in new ways in our lives. And when you're close in this Word, when you're actually spending time each day, breaking it down, slowing down your life each morning, preferably in the morning, then you'll be able to see God in new ways like never before. And these things that you're reading in the text will start to become your life, and these values will switch to what God has in store for you, and your plan will just become a way that you can glorify God through it all. And so the first step is getting into the Word, being full-fledged in what He's given to us. The second step is embracing and being confident in who you are in God. And that starts by getting the Word. When you start understanding the truth, it starts taking over your life and your values, like I said. And so once you get approached with all these different temptations, all these different desires, all these different idols, and people shaping you, be confident in who you are, be confident in what's rooted in the Word, be confident in what's true in the Word that satisfies you and that fully motivates you to continue to live out your life and be on mission for God. And you guys being in this room, that God satisfies you. And so that how God loves you and sees you like no one else sees you before. And so there's nothing else to do but to trust in that and to continue to believe in that over anything else. The next step is to embrace community. This is super key. You are not supposed to live your life alone. You're not supposed to do this faith thing alone, because there are going to be moments, and I've been in moments before, where you're like, I don't know if I want to get in the Word. And those are moments when you need people around you to pick you back up, or when you're doing really good and you need people around you to encourage you and continue to remind you about how God is working in your life. And seeing God working in other people's lives is going to help you see God even more in your own life. And that's the crazy thing all about it. But it's ultimately essential to growth. And again, you're going to experience God in new ways. All these things are going to help you experience God and continue to help you stay close to God. And even when you're not staying close to God, you can be reminded on who He is, regardless. And so overall, owning your faith is like learning something new. You go to school and you're a student. And when you're a student, all you want to do is you want to learn about this, whatever subject. That's the same thing. You need to approach God. You need to approach it. You need to wake up and be like, I need to learn more about God. I need to learn how I can continue to live better. I need to learn better about how I can own my faith. It starts getting in the Word. It starts embracing being confident in who you are, and it starts embracing community. Pick someone out who's older than you, who can be a mentor for you, so they can use their wise words for you and tell you how their life is and what they learned, mistakes, etc. And see maybe be able to grow where you are right now and not have to wait till you're in college or whatever, because like I said, by then it's too late. So ultimately, we know that God can provide truth and joy, and we know that enemy is puffed up, and on the outside it looks like it's going to satisfy, but it never does. And there's a lot of people with different desires that are going to come and try and tell you that's not true. But you have to own your faith now, because if you don't own it when you get in college, it's going to tell. And what you do now is going to reflect in college, and your decision making, who your friends are, what your real, true, deep-hearted idols are going to reflect in college. And so it's time now to break that down and train yourself up into what God has in store for you. And so you'll be able to glorify the best way you can in college, and let it be a time of growing and not a time of destroying, as it is for many. So remember, owning your faith, embrace the discipline to get in the Word, setting on time each day to approach God in new ways, embracing being confident who you are, and embracing community. As you all know, community you have right now is going to be key for growth and for whatever you guys have in store, God has in store for you. So yeah, that's all I have you guys in store. That's all I'll have for you guys today. So I hope that impacts you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.